Welcome to what I believe are one of the most underrated World War II games out there, The Troop. Today we're going to be playing as a Canadian force, guys, trying to move in and stop two SS divisions. This game focuses mostly on the Commonwealth and British forces, and I find that to be an interesting perspective for the war. Nonetheless, this is a turn-based game that I absolutely love, kind of turn-based squad combat. If you've played it before, put it in the comments down below. That being said, let's get to the mission at hand, my friends. Fair enough. All right. Well, we have our orders. I'm just going to take a quick look at what we're working with here. And it looks like we are on the outskirts of the village. Plenty of Germans coming in to attack. We need to, of course, get set up in such a way that we can withstand this assault. Definitely going to want to send some of these Shermans. First, we have to begin the battle. Some of these Shermans up this way. I'm also going to send some this way. I think the road is going to be quite tricky, but I'd like to get them into the village, on the outskirts of the village, to actually be of some use. Now, in this game, you can, of course, advance and let the action take place. If you want to, you can also speed up. But to simplify things, what I'm going to do is get these guys in place and return when the combat begins. You guys have a pretty good idea of how I want to approach this? Let's see if it works. I think just real quick here. I'm going to start moving this infantry into the town. And if you guys like to let the action play out, let me know. But sometimes I will just kind of fast forward. Now, I know these guys are in the open, but at the same time, I'm hoping we can get in some of these buildings and set up a defensive position. See you soon, folks. All right, situation is as follows, folks. We can actually see the first group there of SS troops, and we've got a truck full of men. I think it's definitely a little risky getting too close to the enemy and receiving shots, but at this point, I need to get up there and unload over here so that the men can get in that building, so I am going to take a risk, and oh boy, that's not good. Oh man, okay. We gotta get these guys out of this truck right now, and we can't. We literally can't do a damn thing. Lesson learned. Is that a Hetzer? I think it is. Alright, guys. That's why you don't do that. We've got another truck back here. Now, he might actually be able to get into space, but to avoid any sort of issue, I am going to go behind these buildings over here. I was going to dismount him here, but we actually need him over here a little bit more. I'm also going to start hunting that Hetzer at some point. I want you guys to see how I've set the tanks up. I've got some set up over here already on the road, as you can see. But I'm going to push on through. Actually, I'm going to push through this way, because I think I have more of a chance of spotting that enemy tank. But we know that they've got infantry right there. We know they're advancing across this entire line. So really, they could be anywhere, to be honest with you. These guys I've put in the building. You know, I thought that was a decent move. Of course, this supply truck can just stay there. As for this tank, we're going to advance up the hedges, but I want to start going this way. Kind of through the hedges, but this way, so that we get a visual on any enemies getting to those first buildings. We got a tank right there. And I'm thinking maybe we just leave him in case the enemy has any surprises for us. As for this fellow, I'm going to push on through. Yeah, I'm definitely worried about that supply truck, man. The Hetzer is definitely going to take a shot at it. Full of infantry, too. That is going to be a rough one. I want to keep moving forward with this group as well. Some of the men we kept over here, of course, but I actually want to get them into this group of buildings. I think it's going to be much better for us. And let's end that turn. Here we go. Yeah, he's going to take the shot. Oh, no. Did he spare us? I really hope he did, man. Oh, I don't think... Nope. No, he did not, but he missed. He actually missed that, guys. Unbelievable. we're going to have to dismount, of course. And look at that. It looks like an STKFC with troops arriving over here. Didn't expect them to arrive at this location. I expect them to arrive ahead of the buildings here. So it's going to be interesting to see what we can do to respond to that. They're definitely going to try to make it into these buildings. And I want to try to put a stop to them. Unfortunately, we don't have anything like mortars in this particular battle. They just got one of our boys. All right, let's see what we can do. Obviously, we need to start dismounting, so let's dismount infantry light machine gun group. And I believe we got right into the building. And look at that, some more enemy armor. What is that? It looked like a flak gun of some sort. Is that what it is? Let's take a look. I think it is, guys. This is going to be brutal. All right, first of all, can we get a shot? No, we can't. No actions this turn. I'm gonna do the same thing once again, dismounting. I want to try to get into a position of cover though, and there's really none, to be honest with you. Chances of hitting are minimal here. I think we're better off actually moving into the building, so let's do that. We'll at least have a few squads in these frontal buildings to withstand any enemy charges. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to open up on them this turn, but what about with the tank? Can we hit that unit? Or even with the hull MG? We can't spot him with the hull MG. Can't spot him with the... Okay, wow. In that case, let's push on through just a little bit. Make sure we can't see the head surf from here. So let's just aim the turret. Alright, I believe now we can at least get a shot. Yep, let's fire... heavy explosive. Again, minimal chance of a hit. So what about the hull MG? Like, the hull MG can't see past the tree line. That's hilarious. If we rotated, he could fire at that unit. But we're going to take a shot anyway, guys. Here we go. We knew it was going to be minimal damage, but I want to try and, of course, hurt this unit before they get to the first line of buildings. We're going to advance this guy just a little bit. And, oh, boy. Looks like a panther, I believe. Is that correct? I think the best thing we can do right now is rotate and face the panther. You know what I'm going to do with this guy is I'm actually going to try to flank the panther. We're pushing on right past these guys, going for a flank attack. Wish we could focus our tanks elsewhere, but that is definitely the main point of contention right now. And what about this supply vehicle full of infantry? That's right. I really think most of the main fight is going to take place here, but we do have guys approaching from the east there, so... Take a risk. We do have... Well, it's just a fence. I was going to say we have a stone wall, but that's a lie. Let's just get in front of the buildings there. Yep, we're going to have to wait. We should have even advanced a little more, honestly, and taken the risk. But it is what it is. Can we fire with this unit? And I believe we can. Once again, chance of damage is minimal. So I'm going to fire over here where we actually have a chance of getting a hit. And we just got one of them. Two of them. Not bad. Decent for suppression, that's for sure. I'm not even sure if we should keep those infantry there. I don't think we have any enemies advancing from that location. So I'm going to take this light machine gun group, and I am going to start heading towards that group of buildings. Try and help our boys out. This is still a defensive location, so it wouldn't be a bad idea to have some tanks here, but I don't see the point of having infantry. So I'm going to move them towards the fight. Alright, here we go, boys. End that turn. I mean, you know what? We might as well reverse him, right? Get him away from the fighting. So let's reverse the supply trucks. One big thing in this game, more tanks, by the way. One big thing in this game, and I believe that's just a Panzer IV, is trying to avoid losses of any kind because they count as morale losses. So if we can inflict morale damage on the enemy, kill a lot of their men, destroy a lot of their vehicles, they will stop the fighting themselves. So here we go. Let's see what the enemy does. And, of course, these are crack SS troops. They're going to advance quickly. They immediately started firing at the supply truck. Actually became a bit of a meat shield. Here we go. Oh, hit our tank, man. Direct hit on the tank there. This was the one we were using as bait while we try and flank the enemy. That was brutal. And we had another tank fire over there at that supply truck, but we got really lucky. Hetzer is still moving. He's not going to be able to fire after all that movement, however. Oh! Okay, that was rough. Critical knockout of the truck. Nobody was in that truck, thankfully. But that just goes to show you how brutal this can get. And of course, that SKFC continues to move. Man, I'd love to get a hit on that thing, wipe out the troops inside. Don't think they're going to have a chance to dismount this turn. It looks like there's another SDKFC right there, and they dismounted instantly. Good move. Definitely a good move. All right, that's the unit we hit. They're going to get into the buildings, exactly what I expected. And I wonder if they will storm the buildings here with their existing troops. Let's see what they do. Grenades. Oh, they went for the tank. Okay, that was surprising. Ooh, 20% suppression on that unit. Okay, we've got to get these guys out of the truck. We cannot take any more risks. So, and especially with an SDKFC there. So I'm going to first of all dismount the LMG group into the building. I kind of want to try to push this thing forward and dismount the other unit right there, but I don't know if we can do that. I'm taking a big risk. Okay, we're good. We got him in. And what about firing at that location? Would that do any damage whatsoever? It wouldn't, and we're not going to be able to hit it from here anyway. What about firing? Nope, the line of sight is blocked there. We might need to hold fire for now. I'm going to reverse with this unit if I can. Get this supply truck the hell out of here. He doesn't need to be a target of the enemy. Alright, and this is what I really want to focus on, which is the enemy directly ahead of us. So let's see if the infantry can get some shots on him. And I think what we need to do, we need to move further into the house. That's right, the frontal windows. Let's open fire. We didn't get any of them, only 20% suppression. Alright, let's try with these guys. I think we're going to have to do the same thing, get into those frontal windows. And line of sight blocked. You gotta be kidding me. Alright, well. Yeah, I think our only chance is hitting these guys, and again, it's a minimal chance of a hit. We did get a lucky hit there, knocked one of them down, probably got some shrapnel damage there. I think the guy is wounded at this point. We'll grab this unit. And again, since we're getting pretty close to the fight, I'm almost tempted to go into the orchard here with some of the units. Let's choose that and grab this guy. Push him over there. Do the same thing with this supply truck. We're just going to reverse. Alright, the problem at hand is this damn tank. So the question is, can we get a shot? We've got a side view. The question is, can we get a shot this turn? 40% chance, guys. Here we go with the Sherman. Oof, miss. Complete miss. Not good. Advancing with the other Sherman. But I don't think I can get there in time. Could I get a shot at him from this angle? That's the real question. The problem is it would be his frontal armor. So it's not going to do any damage, really. But he completely demolished that tank. Now, what about with this guy? Maybe we can aim? He's just out of the line of sight. We're going to have to reveal ourselves to aim. But I'm willing to do it. Only 15% chance of a hit. That's a bad idea. Then again, if he focuses on us this turn, we have a chance to shoot him from the side. And I didn't realize there's a freaking infantry group in there still. I didn't realize. We will bring them to the front lines as soon as we can. Let's see what the Germans have in store for us, man. What a crazy fight. Should have kept one of those tanks back, huh? Looks like he's going to try to escape. Yep. Or slightly turn towards us. And again, I think that frontal armor is pretty strong. Not sure we can actually penetrate it. Missed on the supply truck. Driver got very lucky right there. And now the Hetzer setting up for a shot. Oof. The supply truck with the infantry inside. Alright, it's not going to do any damage to the tank. That is the supply truck with infantry inside. We've got to dismount that unit. We just have to dismount them instantly. So they're in direct combat, obviously, with our group in the apartment blocks right there. And the frontal one, so they're going to go for another grenade throw? Yep. And they managed to get 2 of our guys inside, applying 50% suppression. That's significant. In terms of the gun battle in town, the Germans are doing damn well. They're also flanking us over here at these buildings. Alright, how are we going to get out of this pickle? Well, first things first, let's dismount this unit instantly. To reverse that truck out of the combat zone entirely, and I want to see if I can't get a shot, man. At least a shot on this tank, right? Killed my buddies. We got to do something about it. Here we go, guys. Firing. Oh, we got him. Look at that. She is on fire, in flames, whatever you want to call it. Critical knockout. That's going to help us out big time, guys. And we got vengeance for our boys in the old Sherman over there. I do want to start advancing here, although I'm not sure how soon we should do that, obviously, with all of the tanks over there. But that's my goal, is to start continuing the flank with our tanks this way. So that's what I'm going to go for. We're going to advance just a bit, and I'm actually going to focus on the infantry ahead of us. Might as well try to rack up as many kills as possible. Minimal chance of damage. I'm still taking it. If it's not the suppression, it's the lucky shot. I'm always going to try. And you know what we should have done? We should have used the damn white phosphorus shell. It's been a while since I played the game. I think white phosphorus would have absolutely done some damage. In fact, can we try it now? 45% chance of a hit. Can we use that white phosphorus? No, we don't have it on this one. Nonetheless, let's go for the shot. Not bad. 1 down. Very suppressed. Still a few of them left. Nonetheless, I will count that as a win. And again, let's go for a shot. We can't get a shot on those guys. Can we throw grenades at them? Nope. And that is rough. Yes, sir. So we got to do something about that. I feel like I'm going to have to move into the line of fire, perhaps. All right, we're moving into the front rooms. Let's see if this makes a difference. And I believe it does. Give them hell, boys. Suppressed, but none down. Actually, with these guys, let's just throw some grenades. The rifles haven't been working, so we're going to toss some grenades out the windows. And again, they are eating up that damage, man. I can barely believe that. We do have these additional troops. Just arrived, obviously. I want to put them in the building. And let's see what we can do about that SDKFC. Likely nothing right now. Although, look at that. Can we damage it? Let's take a shot. It looks like we can. Opening up with all units. No. I was like, that's not realistic. But it gave us the option. Minimal chance of damage here. Minimal chance of damage here. I'm going to give it one more chance, man. Maybe we can kill the gunner. Yeah, let's just return fire on that building. They're keeping their heads down pretty well.
Yes, sir.
Actually, I'd love to get a shot with this unit too, and it looks like we can. Again, minimal chance of a shot, but want to try and take it. And as for these infantry units, continue pushing forward. We're going to use the tank as cover, so I'm kind of using staying behind the tank in this situation.
Receiving.
I'm happy about that tank kill, but we've got a lot of work to do if we're going to turn this into a victory, and those SS troops are very aggressive. I'm amazed these guys are still alive. Supply truck. It's the least of my worries, but I'm amazed that he spotted him behind the tree there and took the shot. Going for the other supply truck. They are just trying to destroy those things. They don't want us escaping. I think that's what it is. They absolutely outgun us here in town. We need to get some tanks in the town proper to respond to this, because there's just STKFCs, tanks everywhere. We need to start knocking out some vehicles. Alright, the men are at least safe in the building there from the STKFC fire. And if they get close enough, we could use some grenades, which potentially could knock these vehicles out. Looks like they're actually falling back into the back rooms of the building. They're trying to avoid a fight. Yep, those grenades continue to do their job, and damn well as well. But so far, the house-to-house combat across the street, nobody's really getting hit on either side. These guys trying to get behind us is going to be a problem.
Be careful. Your force morale is dangerously low.
Alright, that's not good. Obviously, the force morale determines whether or not your men will continue to fight. So we want to make sure that they do continue to fight. Taking out some infantry or vehicles would really help.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
see what we can do about that. So first things first, I want to get rid of this guy. Got a lucky hit, it looks like. And there we go. One enemy unit eliminated. Decent start. But what I'm really trying to do, obviously, is hit these vehicles. And man, we could get a pretty decent hit. Let's just advance over the bodies there of the enemy. However, this is still not going to give us a good enough angle to get a shot. We need to do something like this.
Enemy armor spotted.
More enemy armor. Man, they are attacking from everywhere. Alright, let's see if we can get a shot. It doesn't look like it, unfortunately, and that's the problem, is we're not going to get a chance to get these shots.
Yes, sir.
However, let's aim the turret again. And this time, I think we'll be a little more lucky. Can we fire that white phosphorus? No, it's going to be a separate tank. Fire. And there we go. High explosive shells completely wiped out that squad. Not bad. Not bad, and I hope it helps out the force morale, obviously. We need to get behind the enemy, though, and start getting shots. So let's go fast with these tanks. Oh! Oh, my goodness, okay. That's why you don't just jump past. We've got a Hetzer. No, I don't want to fire at his frontal armor. It's not going to do anything. But will I even get a shot? That's the question. Because if not, then it's definitely not worth it. What if we just did this? What if we just, like, right up on the Hetzer? Oh, man. So I'm thinking that the hedge... I'm hoping that the hedge hides us. Let's see. Glad I checked, because it does not. Let's fire. Boom, baby! Frontal armor or not, we knocked him out. That was crazy. I'm actually kind of glad that we went past crazy with that tank, because that allowed us to spot him. And there we go. And sorry, is it Hetzer or is it a Martyr? Let me know, but... Man, another burning tank makes me happy. So we took out a bunch of armor so far. Of course, our issue is going to be our force morale here in town, because I think if the enemy is given enough time,
Yes, sir.
they can start to decimate our forces very quickly.
Yes, sir.
So again, minimal chance of damage, but we're going to go for the shot.
Receiving.
And if I spot any of them trying to cross open terrain, again, those guys going in the back rooms was a good idea for them. I'd love to get a shot on these guys, but wait a minute. If we're in the front rooms, right? And doesn't that mean that if we go back here,
On the move.
we might be able to spot them? You know what? I think there's a better chance of us getting shots on them next turn anyway than getting any hits over here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the same thing with the light machine gun group. I'm going to get them over here.
On our way.
And actually, they can spot the enemy. So let's get that Bren gun out, and here we go. Not bad, guys. Killed 2 of 3 of them. Damn fine shooting. Gotta love those back rooms. All right, that's not too bad.
Yes,
Not
sir.
too bad at all. Now, we still have this LMG group over here, just kind of hanging out in the back of that building. And I don't really want to move them forward too much because of the SDKFCs roaming around. But maybe we can get a shot on those guys in that building. You know what? Might as well help out in the gunfight. So I will get to the windows. And actually, 50% suppression is not bad. It really isn't. I really want to save these damn trucks, though, because I think like just the trucks being wiped out has tarnished our force morale. So what about advancing? Okay, we know there's no tanks over there, so I'm going to advance and use the building as cover. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, let's end the turn. We might have some unfinished actions for the infantry. That's right. That's right. We do. These guys, I want to try to get them in one of these buildings, obviously. Or maybe we'll just start advancing with them over to that group of buildings.
On the move.
Take the enemy on with some grenades.
Receiving.
It's not the craziest thing we've done. Of course, these guys in this building, which we dismounted, with the supply truck, they also could be used more in this area. So I'm going to advance with them too. And yes, we are advancing over open terrain. Let's just hope the enemy doesn't spot us. All right, here we go. If you are enjoying the troop and you want to see more of it, you want to see more videos, please like and comment. Consider actually becoming a channel patron. And you just do that by hitting the Join Now button. It's super cheap. You can cancel when you need to, even if you just help out for a few months. And I really, really thank you for it. It goes a long way. All right, at least they're focusing exclusively on the troops in the buildings. Which gives us time to get our armor into position. And actually, those buildings provide pretty damn good cover. Another miss there. We're getting lucky. We're getting lucky because that was directed at one of our pieces of armor. And just for moving into the front rooms there, guys, with the boys, we lost 2 men. That's the danger there, just to get a shot. SDKFC is getting closer. It's also getting into potential grenade range. And while our force morale may not be the best, I'm hoping that the enemy force morale is also approaching that low state. We've wiped out some of their squads. We've taken out 2 very heavy pieces of their armor. Let's hope so. Here we go. Some of them are crossing open terrain. This is our chance, I think, to really do some damage to the infantry advancing. Oh boy. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's see. First things first, the grenades. So, we can actually get a hit with the grenades, but again, only 15% chance. That's not great. I think we're better off actually just focusing on their infantry, basically. So first things first, let's open up with the light machine gun. Eliminated the entire squad, guys. That is the power of the Bren. I'm sure that's what they're using. Absolutely annihilated the squad. Another light machine gun here. They can't do much, though, unless they advance into these frontal rooms, which I believe they can do. So we could take a risk here with the grenades on the STKFZ. Again, the fixed hit chance is so low, though. So let's instead kill him. And there we go, guys. Another enemy SS troop eliminated. Just having a lot of luck there. And you know what? What the hell? We might as well. No luck. And I didn't expect there to be much luck with that particular move. That's a rough one. Now, what about the enemy armor over here? And I think we got to go for the tank. That's the bigger threat. 63% chance of a hit, but can it be a kill? Nope, it can't. Deflected. Oh. It's never good. That's never good. Okay. Gotta live with it. Or not. So there we go. So advance. I want to advance with this unit in such a way that we can get a shot this turn on some armor. I wonder if something like this would work. Although I think it's going to be, way too risky. Way too risky. Let's see if we could spot any of their armor from here. So I think we can spot a scout car from here, incredibly. I might try and take a shot. No, we're not going to be able to. Nonetheless, I'm going to leave that tank right there. Because I actually think they will eventually move some armor back in that area. I'm getting a good feeling. Push forward over here. Let's see. I think moving into the back rooms is the better option here. Already attracted a lot of attention there.
Yes, sir. Receiving. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right, so we did say we were going to start advancing with this infantry. But it's like, how close do we want to get? Because we're going to be in harm's way, obviously. Oof, I don't think we want to, because we've got an LMG squad right there.
Receiving.
So you know what? We're going to take the safe approach, and we're just going to send these guys into the building with the rest of the infantry. Take the safe approach until the rest of our tanks get here. That's what I'm thinking.
Yes, sir. On our way.
Didn't even make them blink. That was pathetic. Not even a blink. Keep your heads down, boys. Oh. Oof. Think it's a miss. I think it's a miss. And yeah, I'm telling you, those buildings are fantastic, man. Even in a town setting like that, or like this, you can see how tanks in a town like this are not going to be beneficial. Infantry, on the other hand, and obviously on the outskirts of town here, they're going to do very well. We got so damn lucky, man. That tank has gotten so damn lucky this entire time. Let's see if the luck continues. I hate that flak gun. And it did kill a few of our guys. 2 men down from the flak gun. The thing is deadly. Okay, it's gotten closer. SDKFC's gotten right on top of us. This gives me hope that we can actually take it out, potentially. But I want to get all guys away from the windows over at this building. Taking way too many hits. Gotta be careful, guys. That is an enemy light machine gun squad moving forward here. It's a chance to react, however. So first things first, my main focus is that STKFC, and I believe we have a 100% chance of a hit. There we go. Send them straight to hell. That's a critical knockout. Not going to be bothering us anymore. I'm going to get away from these frontal windows as well, especially since most of our enemy is right there in the open. So let's do it. And completely eliminated another SS squad. I don't know why they didn't learn from their first approach. I guess they were trying to use the SDKFC to keep our focus away from them. Thankfully for us, it didn't work. And we've got another chance here with the damn tank. Now, their tank has slightly moved, hasn't he? He has. I'd love to get a shot on that flak gun, but can we spot him? So we cannot spot him, but I'm sure if we push forward, we'd have a chance. Let me just see if we could spot any of these tanks. They're all well hidden, minus that one SDKFZ. I'd really rather get the flak gun, but I'm not sure if we're going to get a chance to shoot. But you know what? You got to take risks every now and again, right? So here we go. I don't think we do. May aim but cannot fire. That's so annoying. So I am going to take a shot at the SDKFC because at least at that we can fire. 45% chance of a hit. Complete miss. Complete miss. First things first, let's get these infantry units back. Let's see if this guy can spot anything. Again, we kept him here for a reason. I know the enemy is eventually going to get into our line of sight. We can at least creep behind them. It sounds so weird, doesn't it? But you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna start just creeping forward with him.
Reporting. Moving out. Yes, sir.
Same with this guy. Again, I don't want to show my side to the enemy, so we'll just advance right here. And yeah, so far, besides just taking out the enemies advancing, no real movement from our infantry here, because there's not too much we can do. Besides repel these guys, we can't do anything about the vehicles. I don't want to move these guys too much. Like, ideally, I'd want to send some more guys into this building, but I just fear that doing that is, of course, going to jeopardize them. And, yeah, it's a risk. One thing we could do... No, even that's a bad idea. Like, even moving them into there is a bad idea. Let's go through the hedgerows. So we'll go this way, kind of behind the hedges, and we'll go behind over here.
Receiving.
Again, may or may not work, but it's an idea. Otherwise, we're just going to get torn to shreds by their flak gun there.
Yes, sir.
Oof, I thought that was it for the Sherman. I thought that was it for him. And look at that, guys. Just walking across there, trying to move that unit around. You see what I mean? There's just no point in moving our men around the town. They got a lucky hit, poor headshot on one of our guys, but it happens. It happens. Now we need to get that group into a building pronto. He's smart. He's just staying behind the building. He doesn't even want to take a chance at getting shot.
Receiving.
And here we go. So the old rule, right? If they can see that, if we can see them, they can see us, vice versa. I believe we can shoot this turn. He's trying to escape. I'd love to get the kill on this vehicle this turn. Boom. She's gone. No more trouble from the flak gun. Again, it actually caused quite a few of our men to lose their lives, so I am glad that thing is dead. However, I'm concerned, number one, tanks can spot us. Number two, that infantry unit, it is a light machine gun unit, but they can throw grenades. So, not the best move. Not the best move.
Receiving.
Just going to stay in the woods.
Move. Yes, sir.
The question is, can we spot that tank with this tank? Nope. It's very well hidden. Could try to advance in such a way that we can get a visual, but it's going to be risky.
On the move.
Yeah, we still can't get a visual on him. You know what? It's a minimal chance of damage. I'm just going to pop smoke grenades.
Right, pop smoke.
Hoping it's just going to make it a little more difficult for the enemy to see our armor as they advance with that pop smoke move.
Receiving. On the move. Reporting. Moving out. Yes, yes, sir.
You know, and now that the
Receiving.
flak gun is gone, I'm thinking I might move some guys back up to those windows. This might be a mistake, but we need somebody to start engaging the enemy there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, minimal chance at a hit, right? We've got to go for something. Let's do it. Again, didn't so much as shake a teacup inside that building. Nonetheless, the battle is in an interesting phase, that's for sure.
Yes, sir. On our way.
Just gonna get a shot. And there we go, guys. Lucky hit for us, too. Somebody peeking out the window, and we dropped one of them. Not too shabby. Oh boy. Think the Sherman's okay so far? So far. Yeah, they're just getting behind those buildings, trying to remain safe. Can't blame them, but look at that enemy infantry right up on the tank, man. They actually managed to knock it out or kill a few guys inside. I think this at least gives us an open shot from the buildings to wipe them out, but that was a ballsy move and it paid off. I knew having the tank in the open there was not good, but oh, that was rough. All right, let's see. We can't even fall back at this point. The best thing we do is open hatches, bail out the crew, and try to escape. So we got to try to take these guys out. And the line of sight being blocked is a problem. However, we can actually get into the building. We can't fire this turn, but we can get in the building for next turn. We spot from this? No. But we can get into the building here as well. Just going to open fire at the enemy because why not? And we'll see if one of these groups can shoot him. And I believe we can. Good work, boys. Fantastic. I mean, they were a huge threat. And, of course, this tank, despite still having 2 crew members, it's pretty much useless for the rest of the fight. Trying to see if we can spot anybody at all. We can turn towards a Buchanan Emmett because they're behind cover. He just can't do much right now, but I'm going to continue since we know that they're pretty much back there. We've got to look out for this guy. So let's just see if we can spot him. Ooh, that's rough. We're going to have to go around. All right, well, lesson learned. I think we need to start moving into these buildings. Let's go for it.
Yes, sir.
I'm not staying put in one place.
On our way.
We're going to try to get into these buildings, and that way we can fight the enemy over here.
Receiving. Receiving. On the move. Receiving.
Okay, now we can reverse. Wait.
Yes, sir.
Separate tanks, derp.
Receiving.
Then we advance down this road. Well, I'm going to try to hit him. But he's out of our line of sight. Try to take out the infantry in the building. Actually scored a hit on 2 of them. Not bad. I know our focus should be armor, but I'm going to hold off for now just to try and stack up the kills elsewhere. And let's end the turn. I think he finally got the hit.
Mobilized. We're not going anywhere.
It's just, well, he didn't destroy our Stuart, but he is just staying put. And again, they're all focusing on this road here. So if we could get just 1 tank looking down this road, we got 2 there. We have a chance at knocking these guys out as they're trying to approach the town. That was just a Panzerfaust throw from the enemy, or shot, I should say. 2 of our guys down just from moving across. It's a risk, you know. No matter what, it is a risk.
Receiving.
So let's take a look. Yeah, we can't look down the road. That's terrible. Finish him off.
The enemy has
Is that it?
taken
Wow.
rather than face first
Absolutely beautiful, guys.
at least. It's ours.
So because we caused so many casualties to the enemy, and we can actually see the casualty counts for each side, we got the victory. They still had plenty of tanks approaching. However, you know, I think we achieved our goals. If you guys want to, you know, let us know how we did that in the comments below, let me know, because I just kind of went with the flow each turn. But we turned the tide for sure. Thanks so much for watching. I hope to catch you in the next one. And like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Thanks, guys.